Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Date with Anne podcast, where we talked about passion, pain, and purpose.
Hi again, guys. Today is such a wonderful day. Thank God I'm still alive. Still breathing, kicking, and not just surviving, but, you know, thriving. So I just wanted to share that I'm feeling happy, excited, and super grateful today because I am finally starting my own podcast. And I wanted to welcome you guys. Thank you so much for clicking this playlist. And I hope that you will continue to walk with me through listening to this podcast. So, before we dig deep to our first episode, to our first topic for today, I wanted to start it off by, of course, introducing your host for this podcast. So, my name is Anne without E. That's only ANN, not Curtis, but Ballesteros. And nice meeting you guys. So, just quick story okay, or background about me. Something about me, kasi baka magtaka kayo. Sino ba to? Ba't ba siya nagpo-podcast? Okay, so I'm 26 years old. Nothing special. Grew up in a small town, Promdi, Provinciana. I'm a mass comm graduate, small business owner. I'm also an amateur photographer. I love taking photos. I love capturing the moments. Investor slash trader. Yes. A work in progress. Whew, I love that. A work in progress. And above anything else, saved by God's grace. I really love that last description about me, saved by God's grace. And I also love how God pushes me, to start this podcast. And I know there is a reason why you stumbled upon this podcast. Why are you listening to this podcast? And I just wanted you to know that you are not alone in all your silent battles. I wanted to remind you that God is with you. And if you don't feel like He's really with you, believe that He sent me. He made me an instrument to tell you to just hang in there a little because if you are still alive, then God is not done with you yet. Wow, that's very wonderful. If you're still alive, then God is not done with you yet. So, for this first episode of my podcast, our topic, okay, is entitled What is the Good Thing in Goodbyes and Endings? Wow, feeling ko bittersweet yung question na to. And, our answer sa question na to. What's really the good thing in goodbyes and endings? Ano nga ba? As 2021 is nearing to its end, right? I wanted to ask you, how are you? Kumusta ka? How are you physically, financially, spiritually, mentally? Kumusta yung buhay mo, yung isip mo, yung puso mo? You know, this year, 2021, was definitely a roller coaster ride. A lot of us, I think, have their ups and downs, but mas marami yung down. We thought last year, as we welcome 2021, everything will go back to normalcy again. But surprise! Because Delta variant happened, Omicron happened, where we faced another, strict lockdown. We thought last year, as we welcome 2021, this year is going to be better. It's surprise because we dealt with a lot of pain and struggles again. We claim that 2021 is going to be different. It's going to be our year. Going to be finally happy, be finally successful, be finally healed, be finally complete. But I wanted to ask you this. Did it really goes according to your plan? Wanted to ask you now. Did your 2021 goes the way you plan how it would be? Or did this year caught you by a surprise? From starting 2021 with a lot of hope and happiness to ending 2021 with more pain and sadness. From starting your 2021 wishing to be fully healed to being even more broken and shattered 2021. I can sense that you are not okay. You are trying to be okay, but deep inside you, you're not. I'm having my own reflection this year as I wanted to welcome New Year. I wanted to welcome 2022 with a new me, with a new perspective. And I also wanted to let you know, remind you that there are still good things and goodbyes and endings. I wanted to let you know that something good is coming from this. What you're feeling now, I know it's painful. There's a lot of struggles. There's a lot of resistance going on. And the more you're trying to be okay, the more you're feeling that you are not. Those feelings are valid. We're just human. But again, that pain you're feeling now is just temporary. I wanted you to repeat this sentence until it fully sinks in. Something good is coming from this pain. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 to 13 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. You're going through silent battles. I can sense it. A lot of us lost their job during this pandemic. We lost a loved one. Loved ones had your heart broken. Endings in goodbyes, surely, it's painful. Trust me, I know how you feel. And I don't want to sugarcoat the struggles you're going through. I don't want to be, you know, what they're calling toxic positivity. You need to go through that situation and process. Your feelings are valid, and you need to grieve because of losing your job, because of losing you someone you dearly love, losing yourself even more. You need to grieve, and you need to be sad. You need not to be okay. I am not saying it's okay, because you need to feel all those feelings. But what I've learned through these battles, through these hardships, that God is not teaching us to deny this reality. Rather, it's teaching us to exercise our faith, to have hope, because something good is coming from all of our pains and struggles. If you will think about it, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, goodbyes and endings aren't that bad. It's actually giving us a new beginning, and that's wonderful. And I think that's the good thing that can come from endings, is the gift of new beginning. That by going through this situation, you will start to love yourself more. You'll start to be grateful for the things you're just taking for granted before. You will start to be grateful for those people who stayed despite it all. You will go back to the Lord who never left you. You will find a new purpose to fulfill. I don't like uncertainty. When you are blindsided with all these negative thoughts, you're overthinking. Kalaban mo yung isip mo. You don't like uncertainty. And I think that the reason why we are struggling to fully let go, the reason why we are still holding on to something or someone who we already lost, is because of these uncertainties going on with our minds. You always ask yourself, am I not enough? Will someone still love me? Will someone still accept me? Will I find someone again? And you need to trust that God is working all things together in your life for your own good. You might not see it now, but you just have to trust. Let go of those doubts you have in mind. There are blessings in the season of uncertainty. There are blessings in times of your life that you're characterized by darkness that you don't always get in the bright lights. You just have to trust His plans for you. Have a little faith. You know what they say? The clearest mornings come after the darkest of nights. I chose to be grateful and happy today. So I hope that even if you are not feeling good or great, know that you are not alone. And I am here for you. My podcast is with you. Just hang in there. Have a little faith for you to see the good things that can come from this. Wow. So it's for our first episode this week. First episode of Coffee Date with Anne to end this year with a bang. And I hope to have another date with you again soon. Probably be next year, of course, but we only have few hours left before we welcome 2022. So I'm wishing you to have a wonderful day ahead, guys, and know that I love you and God loves you. See you again in my next podcast. Goodbye.